Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Simbagrove. So in today's video, we got two shuffles above 2400 MMR where we got 6 wins and 5 wins. These were some nice lobbies, so we will be reviewing my gameplay here, looking at the good things I did as well as some of the mistakes I made. So in this lobby, we have a Feral, Shadow Priest, and Monk. Any lobby with 2 melee and 2 range, I believe MM, it has a very good chance to succeed. So here we're starting off as Arsham Jungle with a legendary blue Druid as our healer, talking about this place needs cleansing. So we decide on Monk as the kill target. It is important, especially as Hunter, to talk to your teammates to make sure you get a nice opener and have everybody on the same page. Far too often in Shuffle, people just run in and create a mess, so make sure you talk to your team and get a nice, clean opener. So we decide on the Monk. I'm looking to trap the H-Pally from stealth and then cover the Shadow Priest MD with my pet stun. So we trap, pet stun. I pre-double tap from stealth as well here to get this rapid fire off. Silence the Shadow Priest off that. Force the Karma, Wall, and Swap. So we got a lot of buttons from that opener. So now it's time to play defensive and kite it out. So I roar sack myself here because this guy's trying to get active on me. So we're running around, kiting it out, kiting it out. We force the weak sack here from the Pally. I kill the Siphene insta. The Monk ports away here. I drop the Sentinel to get a little bit of rapid fire value on him. Pally's crossing the middle map a little low, so we get one aim shot on him. And now I know the Monk wants to sweep me and do his Serenity Go. So I try to knock him here as he robs me closer towards him, trying to deny the sweep. We get a nice little bash maim. I trap off. Cranking the Monk here, cranking the Monk here. Should have scattered the SP a little bit earlier. He definitely could have emptied that trap. But he chose not to, so we purge the bop here. Trying to crank through. One aim shot in the sky. We shear the healer. And we take the first round. So here in round 2, I'm playing with the Shadow Priest and the H-Pally. We're talking about kill target. I say we should hit whatever is in the open, but Monk is the prio target that I want to start in our opener. I asked him to stun the Monk because I will cover the Shaman. Try to flare the Druid out. I'm making my way over. Trying to get a nice setup. I trap. Double tap. He stuns the Monk. Beautiful. We get a nice kill shot proc too. Big damn. The Monk actually does Karma. We silence the Shaman's Trinket. And the Monk dies through Karma. Big damn. Easy round. That is the importance of having a nice clean opener. Okay, here we got a little KFG. We're talking about the strats. I'm telling him to sweep Priest when I trap Sham. Trying to flare the Druid out. Try to trap near him too. We actually do get the Druid out, so I mark him. I'm looking to make my way over to the Shaman to trap him stealth. But he makes a nice grounding play here because I've been trapping for stealth every round, so he's getting used to my patterns now. So I probably should have just pet stunned to not do the same thing every round. So that was a very nice grounding by him. So we just pet stun now and silence. Could have had more high value globals. I kind of like silence and pet stunned. I should have pet stunned and then silence off the pet stun. This was a little sketchy, but it's okay. We got a nice little go here on the Priest by my Monk Serenity. So we force the disperse. Scatter the Feral off me. Trying to get in there with the rest of my damage. I have double tap and true shot. I drop a volley. I don't even kill the Siphene right away because I have so much damage and everyone's full of health. I don't really think they had that much pressure. It's kind of a bad Siphene. So we're cranking him here. I kill it now, late. My pet actually dies to just cleave here, though, from the Feral Druid, unfortunately. I had Exil for it, but I was a little preoccupied doing other things. So I'm trying to bait the ground right now. Trying to get a trap. I'm not really too worried about my pet right now. Trying to just keep the pressure going and keep the momentum high. I'm trying to bait ground. He hasn't really grounded yet. I scatter and then I steel trap. I really thought for sure he was going to ground here because I scattered the Priest, but he just didn't. Could have maybe got a res global pet here, but he actually MDs the Hodge, so I couldn't trap off of it. But now he doesn't have MD for trap. And low-key, my Monk was like hitting the Shaman, so the Shaman's randomly 35% walking into my line. So I'm like, okay, I'll just aim shot him then. Gets nice back around the corner, though, to line the aim shot. I kill the Tide, now I'm looking for a trap. Trap him. No MD because he MD'd the Hodge. Could have kicked the Mind Games here, but I was just cranking. Should have definitely kicked the Mind Games, though. I silenced the Shaman off the leg sweep. Looks like my Monk is hitting the Feral, so I went Feral for a touch. But Bear and Barkskin, he's going to be totally fine. Just randomly hitting the Shaman. Killing the Siphene as fast as I can. He shielded it, so it took 2 globals. Resing my pet real quick now in the downtime. I see that they're trying to set up on my Pally with Stormkeeper. So I Ross him so the Stormkeeper doesn't crit. I scatter trap Shaman here to not worry about the grounding since we have a lot of pressure looking at the Feral's health bar. The Priest swaps him and we force the wall. They're turning me a little bit. I feign death. Disengage away, cranking it up a little bit. A little double tap rapid fire on the Priest for some pressure. trying to pet stun the shaman while we have this pressure on priest, even though I don't have trap off. I feel like in this situation, the pet stun is worth because the priest's health is low. My monk's on him. The shaman actually trinkets this pet stun too. We hodge the Pharaoh for cross. He just trinket dispels into a full blind, so the Pharaoh's out of the game. Priest is doing a good job of lining me, so I try to drop the owl and get some more pressure out, but he sidesteps. Throw a little chakrams. We're just cranking. They really have too many defenses right now. And GG. Down he goes. A nice smooth round there of just consistent pressure and using your utility to control the game. Alright, so here we're heading into round 4. My shaman is typing out a slash spit at the priest. Calling him a cancer priest. Very legendary. So I'm trying to think about what I want to do. I want to go monk. I'm trying to keep the morale up, so I'm typing up right now to tell Corn Seeded to redeem himself. So I'm looking to flare the Pharaoh out and get active here. I just literally double tap Cheetah. I'm just fucking in there. It's time to pump. I trap Pally and I stun Monk. I should have trusted the priest to stun the Monk here though, and I could have saved my pet stun for the trap off. Like honestly, it's very high value to trap from stealth and then stun the healer off your trap, because then you can silence off the stun, no gap. But if you like stun trap and then silence, there's gonna be like a gap, right? Because it takes 2 seconds for the silence to hit. So that is the most high value thing. But I didn't know if he was gonna stun, so I just stunned myself to make sure, because I didn't want to just get instantly disarmed. So we overlap our stuns here, but it's okay. The Pellet Trinket sacks. It's fine. I popped the True Shot here now. I'm hitting Pal a bit on the sack. Kicked him on Flash of Light. They're turning me though here, so I Ross. I'm getting a little low. I Exil. I Wall too, just to make it nice and safe. Trying to go back Monk now after all that mitigation ends. Pop a little Chakrams Explosive into a Rapido. Looking to trap the Pally here. I scatter the Feral too for cross. Cranking it up on the Monk. He's trying to kite, so we drop the Owl since he's lining me. One little Rapid Fire. Trying to get to him. That's a nice lasso on the Feral. Monk's just AZing me, so I turn Feral for 1 aim shot. Force the Bark Skin. Monk's back now, so I'm looking to get active on the Monk. Looks like they're trying to set up the Shaman, so I'm aware of it. I'm trying to help my Shaman. I don't have a Ross for him, but I do have a Freedom. So I'd throw a Steel Trap and Freedom him. Now I'm looking to trap the Pally. Nice stun. Silence. Chasing the Monk. Scatter the Feral. This is a great time to chase the Monk right now. He has no buttons. Drop an Explosive Shot as I get in-capped. I stun him in my Priest line, even though I'm not there, because my pet is there. Stun him. Trying to crank. I get bashed. I Trinket this. We forced a Bop here. Trying to Purge. I sent the Purge. Maimed. I silence Pala here, and I have some damage. My double tap does fade here, so this is kind of a small rapid fire, but it's still a decent dam. Kicked into Aura Master here, but we do get a full trap. Should be the end of the game soon here. Cranking it up. Nice lasso. Trying to kill him, just casting aims. Nice fear, and that should be all she wrote. He does Serenity and get Karma back. So now I'm kind of scared for my Priest. My Priest does have swap, but at this point, I'm just going to crank through. We have to just win right here. So I go through the Karma. I gave my Priest a Freedom, and we kill him. We still do have Link and swap in the bag, but that was definitely a close one. A nice finish there to secure the 4th win. Okay, here we're playing H-Pal Jungle into SP Windwalker. Looking to trap the Shaman. Scatter for the MD. We got a nice opener. I throw the Chakrams this time too. Big dam right through the Karma. Silence. Try to silence the Trinket. He Trinket links. It's just too late though. There's no one in the link. This is the jungle into Windwalker. This is just a beautiful opener with everything covered. The Pally knows this guy has to Trinket too, so he's like trying to hawk the Trinket. So the Shaman trinkets the blind into a full Hodge. He barely gets the link off, but the Priest isn't close enough for the link. And the Monk just died through his Karma. The Monk should have Trinket ported back to the Shaman here, and he would have lived. But instead, he like trusted Trinket Karma, which is kind of sketchy, into an MM Hunter and Feral propping every button on you. He walled really late too. And down he goes. Easy dub. We take those every day of the week, baby. Okay, so now I'm with the Monk and the Sham. Into Feral SPH Pal, so I was thinking about what I wanted to do. It's always nice to just go the range, so I tell my Monk to go SP. Making my way. Couldn't flare the Feral out this time. I just Cheetah to get this trap. Scatter the Feral for cross. He actually stealthed it. He melded it, actually. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Was this like, so he got knocked out by something and he was actually just melding for the stun, but he actually just ended up melding the scatter. Very unfortunate. So he does get the stun on my monk. But I do get my big opener here. He's not pilling me, so I throw the chakrams. I rapid fire the priest, get a lot of damage off. I stun the Pharaoh because he realized he needed to come peel me, so I stun him so he can't peel me anymore. We force the bop. We send a purge here. I'm bashed now though. The bop's still on him. Waiting to pop my true shot. I did pre-wall that bash too, but it was kind of bad because it was like a bash for peel. It wasn't like a bash for offense, but I didn't know if he wanted to just hit me, so I just pre-walled it. Make myself nice and cozy. I true shot now. Everything's in my line. I can just turret. I'm just hitting the Pharaoh. Back on priest now because priest walks back to my line. Just turreting. They're all lining me now, so I'm trying to drop the owl. Drop a volley too since they're all stacked. Just absolutely turreting. We force the weak sack here. So I can't trap for a little bit. I get stunned, but the Pharaoh's just peeling me with the stun. He's not hitting me, so totally fine. Don't have to trinket or do anything, or Ross. It's Tiger's Fury now, so I scatter the Pharaoh into Tiger's Fury. Trying to get a trap on the healer. Tried to trap this blinding light, but we get double blinded. It's very unfortunate. I should have just like let him blind and then trapped off the freedom. I kind of rushed that, but I thought I could make a play to stop the blind. We end up trinket linking to survive, so it's fine. I rossed him there too. Just turreting on the SP right now, just turreting. I have my double tap back. I could have got a full trap right here if I didn't rush my other trap, but I double tap here. Trying to cover the Pharaoh. Okay, he memes me before the rapid fire, which is really nice. I pets on the healer now into the trap. Trying to get towards the Shadow Priest. Priest actually gets there and eats the trap, unfortunately, so I'm just like, whatever, I'll just rapid fire the Pharaoh. He just walls it though, kind of low value. Low value double tap might be there. We get a nice little double sweep though. We're in there. I drop a volley, scatter the Pharaoh off. I drop a steel trap and a tar trap to make him use like 2 globals to shift. Like he shifts into another route, so he just has to shift a bunch. Just kind of aiding him. I get feared here. Kind of a low value fear by the priest though. My shaman was hodged, so my shaman's loading the stormkeeper now. I'm trying to make my way for a trap, but he weak sacks really good, so I don't. So I'm just doing damage. Throw chakrams. Hitting the pally a bit actually in the whirlpool. Pally has nothing at this point, so I'm just like turning the pally. We get a stormkeeper on him and a kill shot. Boom. That's all she wrote. 6 rounds, baby. That's how we do. Alright, in this lobby we got Monk, DH, and a Devastation Evoker. So I have the Monk on my team in the first round. I said I wanted to go Dragon, but since he has Nullifying Shroud up, I start with a little double tap stun on the Demon Hunter. Force the Trinket Blur. The Evoker's doing his big deep breath shit. We get stunned. I just Ross. Trying to hold my wall. Trying to steel trap the DH. He immunes it. Kiting it out, kiting it out. Going for a little scatter trap here because we have our sweep go. So we sweep the DH. We force a Pain Sup and Darkness. The Evoker is just randomly cranking me. I feign. Trying to get away, but also keep our pressure high. Couldn't kick that sleepwalk. Didn't have kick for like 2 seconds. I just press wall here because my healer's in CC now. Hitting the dragon. Dragon's lining me. Pop a little Steely T on the Demon Hunter. Going for a silence trap here on the healer, so he can't death me. Cranking it up on the Evoker now. I have a double tap up. I get stunned. Cranking it up into the sweep. Get the blur again. My monk's running. I kick the Evoker. Trying to find a way to win this game. This guy has wall up. The DH has no trinket for 20. My monk is just kind of dying. We're all just kind of dying. I just go for a little scatter trap because the Evoker is like half health. Trying to kill him. This guy turns me. I turtle as I'm really low and my healer's kicked. We're pretty much out of cooldowns at this point. We got the dome from them too. Not really sure what my monk is doing at this point. At this point, the kill's got to be Dragon. The DH has his trinket back. Get deep breath stun here. Silence healer was trying to trap out, but we're just kind of dying. I just get all my buns back now offensively, but it's just too little too late, and we go down. Unforge. Okay, so now we're in round 2. Got the Devastation Invoker on my team. He said he wants to go DH more. So we're trying to get it popping. Start with a little double tap stun onto the Demon Hunter. A little rapid fire action, force a trinket blur. I don't press anything more because I know he's just going to trinket blur. Make sure to get stunned in line of sight of my team. The Evoker pulls me. Really nice. Hitting the Monk a little bit on the blur. He hunts me. I could have feigned it. I was a little slow, so I just didn't. Disengage now after the tar trap on them both. We get a little deep breath on them, cranking it up. Force the Monk wall. I'm back Demon Hunter now. No blur. He darknesses. Just turreting from afar. He's trying to line me, so I dropped the little Sentinel. Scatter the Serenity here. Give my healer a freedom too to get away. He was trying to one-shot my healer. Trap the Evoker here. Getting cranked. I trinket Turtle. Could have maybe trinket Feign Exiled, but I just wanted to play it safe because now the meta and the Serenity is over. We should be looking pretty good if we can just live, so no reason to risk. I have a stun back soon and a double tap. Could have kicked the sleepwalk on my healer. Definitely should have. Just didn't notice it, I don't think. Silence the healer here. Double tapping. Trying to set it up a little bit. He's running from me. This was unfortunate. I was trying to stun the Demon Hunter, but there's no path available for my pet. I had bad pet management. It was like too close to the Monk. So my rapid fire actually got stopped. But we do stun him late and get some nice damage in. Scatter trap the Evoker here while this guy's low, but he will live. Proxy Demon tops himself. Just tar trap them both for the entrapment, try to get some space. He uses his Tiger's Lust here. I get grip back, but my priest really nice. Holding an aim shot, and then I probably feign death here into a little Steely T on the Monk. No Tiger's Lust for that. Back on the Demon Hunter here hard. Holding some aim shots because I have some space with the Steely T. Drop a little Chakrams, trying to get there. Monk's trying to do shit to me. I scatter him and get a little rapid fire. That's all she wrote. Okay, so now I got the DH on my team. We talk about how we want to go the Devastation Evoker. So we're running in, getting set up. This guy has Shroud up. He gets a nice little stun. I silence off the stun. See the Monk pop Serenity, so I scatter him. He disarms me. Pop a little steel trap on him. He Tiger's Lust out of it. He turns me for the last 4 seconds of his Serenity, so I just wall in Ross. I take no chances. He walls and dampens. I did my burst on him because we forced paints up on the Evoker. So I'm just kind of hitting shit right now. The Evoker's trying to line me. I pet stun the healer here. I was going to get him a little low in trap, but then the Evoker did a nice rescue to the opposite pillar. So they're getting some distance from me. But Demon Hunter's chasing. I'm keeping up with him. He gets a nice little in-cap fear here. He's cranking the Evoker, trying to get there. I do a little half trap off. The priest trinkets it. And we do force the Karma here on the Monk with that as well, because the Evoker's just lining me, so I'm just hitting what I can, while also keeping my eye on the Evoker. Drop a little explosive shot. We get the wall and dome. Could have probably kicked that flash shield, but since we already forced wall and dome, not much really going on. We're not going to kill here. Tiger's Lust. He's a sweep back, so I'm trying to get away from my team so we don't get triple sweeped. I silence healer here. I get deep breath stunned. Getting randomly cranked. I scatter the Monk. Pumping the dragon. Got disarmed here before my double tap, which is really nice. So now we have a nice little win con that we can do on the Evoker. He incaps the priest here, so I'm trying to get there for a pet stun trap. There's a nice rot by the Monk though, even though he's sitting that steel trap. The Evoker is lining me on my double tap rapid fire too. I couldn't really get there. Really good positioning by the dragon. I should have half trapped off that intim. We might have won because he swapped. I was really tunnel vision on getting that double tap off though. So here I'm trying to bait the death, and the Evoker just goes down to the DH with the explosive shot on him as well. Big damn. Okay, here we got double Dragon Hunter into Windwalker DH Priest. Basically just turret hit whatever. I tried from stealth here, and I was about to stun, but I was just a little too late. I got reversed, and then nobody dispels me. They're just too busy doing their deep breaths. But we got Paints Up Rapture and Trinket Blur and the Monk's Trinket, so can't really be too upset about that. I just silence the healer here, turning up what I can, get disarmed. Can't really Trinket this because I know he wants to sweep me. So I pre-wall here, I know he wants to sweep me. So we don't have to Trinket this sweep now. We pre-wall it, we should be totally fine. No way we ever die here. I scatter him now too into a knock just to get some space. Trying to hit the demon under here, no blur. Get one aim on him, two aims on him. Trying to bait the death from the priest. Bait the death. Got a full trap on him now. Priest trinkets it. Into a half sleepwalk. So I actually chose to trinket kill shot here because we pretty much lived the whole go already. We got the sweep and the meta on shit all the way. And he's so low that I feel like if I trinket kill shot here before the sleepwalk ends, he won't get the swap off, so he'll just die. It was kind of a sketchy decision, but sometimes you just got to make that call because you know the game could end. Like, there's no buttons they really have right now that they could press. He's kicked into a half sleepwalk. He's low enough where he could just die. So we just send it, win the game. Okay, so now we're with the monk. So far, the monk has won 0 rounds. So in our brain, we're really trying to figure out how we can steal a round with the monk. I tell him that I want to go Devastation Evoker. So I start with the silence on the Prev, and I just stun the DH because everyone else has Shroud. So I'm just doing my first go on DH, force to Trinket Blur. But I think that kind of baited my monk then because he kind of just goes DH for a lot of this game. We almost get one shot here by the deep breath. We feign, wall, exil, press some buttons. That deep breath comes in so fast from the Devastation Evoker. I still trap the Demon Hunter now, trying to get to the Evoker. Scatter him as the steel trap ends. Trying to just kite it out, randomly just dying. Nice little sweep go here. He has no trinket. He gets rescued though. I mixed up the dragons here. I was trying to like trap this guy, but it ended up being the Devastation Evoker, so I just run away. I also turtle there. Probably not the highest value turtle, but I think I was just low and scared. The disc priest healing can be sketchy sometimes. Do a little half trap off the incap, and then I get gripped away. Really nice. This guy walls, and the other guy darkness. DH is running at me. Gets stunned. Trying to get some space. Right now it's looking pretty good. I mean, the DH has no trinket, no blur. We have our sweeps ready to go back in like 20. So I'm trying to like play around that. Just hitting whatever I can. Hitting the Devastation Evoker. We get the blur now here. Jump away from the fear. So now I'm like, okay, my monk has Serenity and sweep back. Like, we can win the game really soon. I just need to live. I have no turtle, no trinket, so I'm very scared. So I'm trying to just kite it out. So like asking my monk to help me, like, please somebody help me. I Ross. I'm trying to set up the go. I pet stun and trap, but the Devastation Evoker eats it. I'm waiting for my monk to sweep this DH and just win the game, but he actually just whiffs the sweep. There's a dome. I'm trying to get in it. I get stunned right outside of it. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm fucking dead here. The priest gets a nice swap on me though. Cranking it up. I get stunned on my aim shot. Trying to get some space, but also kill this guy. I'm just like out of buttons. We just need to kill really soon. My monk's doing like no damage this game somehow. Trying to steal this one. It would be so huge if we could steal this game. I'm like here. I'm fucking dead. But I get a kill shot proc off the rapid fire, and he goes down. I was literally dead in like 3 levels probably. We stole that round with the monk and gave the monk his first win in the game. Really nice. Okay, so now we're in the final round. I'm apologizing to the priest for not being in his dome. Make sure to look out for your healers, bros. But we're in the final round now. I got 4 wins. Would love to try to steal 5 here. We got a game against the monk now, so we should be able to. My demon hunter runs in. I was expecting a stun on the monk, so I didn't stun on myself. I like trusted the DH here, but it was a mistake. I should have just stunned on myself. Now I'm just getting disarmed and capped. Can't really play the game. I just trinket this fucking deep breath because I want to just get in there. I stun him and he trinkets. Barely got my damage off, but I can true shot now. My double tap was kind of scuffed, but we forced trinket and karma, so and we let this Serenity go, so it's not terrible. We got the wall now here too, from both the DPS. The shrouds are over now. I'm just standing here and turning with wall because the damage is pretty much over in my head. I Ross too. I still trap the monk. Honestly, what I should be doing more is I swear into monks, if you tar trap root them, 8 out of 10 times they're just gonna target us the tar trap root, and then you can full steel trap them. I did it a couple rounds ago, but I didn't do it like every round. But I think that's actually a really good thing to do. It's like bait the mobility with a tar trap root and then just full steel trap them. So I missed my trap on the healer and like the monk ate it, so I just scattered the healer while we're cranking the devastation evoker. He fears off the scatter too, so it like worked out a little bit. We got some CC there. Forces the devastation evoker's trinket, but I'm like, yo, the monk also has nothing, bro. Like he already trinket karma and walled. And like it's way easier for me to hit the monk than the evoker. The evoker actually is doing a pretty good job of like lining me and just normal game flow. Trying to silence trap the healer here. I didn't realize he in-capped him though, so it's kind of like a really DR trap, not the greatest. Still trap the monk here. He tigers lust it. Trying to set up a double tap. I scatter him right as I get disarmed. Trying to get there to the dragon, but I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just going to hit this fucking monk. He has nothing. I stun him full, and I have a kill shot. Cranking him. Almost just one-shot him there. Diffuse the explosive shot, actually. Just running around now. Trying to get some space. Trying to trap the healer. He leaps it. Fucking dragons, man. Drop a volley now. It's Serenity, so I'm trying to save my priest. I Ross him and scatter the monk. Gotta be aware of these Serenity goes. You have a lot of tools as a hunter to shut them down. Turns my DH. My DH is a nice blur. Tries to turn back me. I'm just killing him though. He has karma back now. My DH is doing good stuff on the devastation evoker in the meantime. This guy communions here because we have so much pressure. Now I got a lot of space. A little double tap. Trying to cover the healer, but I just say fuck it. A little jump rapid fire into a kill shot during his deep breath. Down he goes. 5 rounds, baby. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to drop a like and subscribe as it helps me out a lot. If you want to join my stream community, there's a link in the description below for the Discord to stay updated and see what's up. That's it for now. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.